Hey lovelies, welcome back. It's your girl Katie here, and today's video is going to be my update number 2 on my current project pan for 2026. So I'm just going to be showing you guys all the progress that I've made since my last update. So to no further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with skincare first. There is more progress, I would say, in the skincare category compared to like the makeup side. The makeup side, it doesn't look like I've done a lot, and I haven't done as good as I could have, but, you know, I did what I could. I do have quite a few empties in the skincare category, so that's good. So starting off with cleansers, I have 3 empties. I went through 3 cleansers between my 2 updates. So the one that I was using up in my last update, so this one here from Kira Moon, and it's their Silky Rinse. So this is the one in my last update that I was using. I had gotten halfway through it. So to finish this up, I had to use this 19 more times for a total uses of 33 uses before I finished this up. So I did pretty good on that. And then I brought in 2 more cleansers since I hadn't filmed my next update. I was like, well, I don't want to be without a cleanser, so I pulled in 2 new ones because I'm not sure how often I'm going to do updates, to be honest. I thought monthly, but I think a month is not very much time for me to see progress, so I might do every 2 months or so, or just whenever I can film an update, honestly. Alright, so I brought in 2 more cleansers between then and now. So the first one was Pacifica, and this is their Glow Baby Brightening Face Wash. It's supposed to kind of exfoliate as well, but I didn't really notice it doing that. Anyways, it took me 11 uses to finish this. Now, it wasn't completely full. I would say it was probably about halfway. This one, I wasn't like a huge fan of just because the color of this one was super intimidating. Can you see that? So there's like residue of the product on the cap here. You see that neon yellow? Yeah, that was the color of this cleanser. And when I first saw that, I was really intimidated to use it because I was afraid it was going to stain my skin. Thankfully, it never did, but I didn't let it stay on my face for too long. I just quickly used it and scrubbed my face and washed it off because I did not want to take a chance of that. It is supposed to be a brightening face wash. I didn't notice it doing anything like that. It was a decent cleanser, but honestly, I wouldn't pick this back up just because, like I said, the color of this product is really intimidating. I don't remember if I gave a review on this one. This one was okay. I didn't think it was bad, but I don't feel like it was the best cleanser out there. It was really watery, and I don't know. I just didn't feel like it did like a really good job cleaning my face, so I wouldn't pick this one back up either. The last empty in the cleanser category is this one here from Elizabeth Mott, and it's called Sure Thing, and it's their vitamin C cleanser. It's just like a little sample or travel. I think I got this in an Ipsy a while back. But anyways, it took me 7 uses to get through this. I would pick this back up. I did really like this. It was kind of a thicker kind of feeling cleanser. And I do feel like it did a pretty good job cleaning my face. So yeah, I could see myself, if I just found this like at TJ Maxx or something, I might pick this back up, but yeah, so this one was pretty good. Now let's move on to the current cleanser that I'm trying to use up. So this one's from Glow Recipe. This is their Avocado Ceramide Moisturizer Barrier Cleanser. I've used this one 4 times, and it's pretty full, and it's pretty thick, so I feel like this one's going to take me at least 2 months, I want to say, to use up. Not really sure, but here is what it's looking like. I really don't know where I'm at. It's too full of air to really tell, so maybe by next time I can make a mark, but this time I'm not going to. So here's what she looks like. Alright, and then exfoliator. I do have an empty in this one, so I was trying to finish up this one. I think this is the one that I had in my last update, and I was like right about there, I think is where I guessed. It was really hard to tell, and it still kind of is. This one is just so full of air. It doesn't have any product left in it. Like, I can squeeze all the air out, but as soon as I let go, it just fills back with air, so you can't really tell. It looks still full, but it's not. It's empty. So at the time, I had used this 13, and it took me 8 more uses for a total of 21 uses to finish this one up. This one wasn't bad. I didn't mind this one. I do feel like it was a decent exfoliator. I did enjoy it. I'm not sure if I might pick it back up, but honestly, I mean, there's drugstore exfoliators. They're probably just as good as this. So I don't know if I would just go out and purchase this, but if I saw, like I said, at TJ Maxx or something, then I might. So then, of course, to replace that one, I pulled in another exfoliator, and this one's from Dermalectives, and it's the Purifying Gentle Facial Scrub. I've used this one 12 times so far, and I don't think this is a very good exfoliator. So here's what it looks like. And it is true to what it says. It is a very, very, very gentle exfoliator. So gentle that I don't even know if I would classify this as an exfoliator. It's like a thick gel, and it has like these little beads in there, which I'm assuming is supposed to be the exfoliator part. For me, I like a more, not super aggressive exfoliator, but I do want to feel like my face is exfoliated, especially like on my chin area. I get like this, I guess, buildup of like dead skin or something. I don't really know why. I've always had just trouble with my chin area just getting like this, because I could just take like my finger, like if I'm in the shower and I take my nail, I could just scrape off dead skin basically. It's really gross, I know, but that's how my chin is. So I need something that is going to keep removing that, and I just find that this doesn't do this. I've had to go in with like a washcloth or something too, which I mean I can, to help exfoliate that area, just because this is too gentle for me. Honestly, this would make a better cleanser in my opinion. I do like the consistency of the gel in here, and I feel like it does do a good job at cleaning my face, just not as exfoliator. So after I use up this one, if I haven't used this up by then, I'm probably just going to replace this as the cleanser and just use this up as a cleanser instead of an exfoliator and pull in a different exfoliator product. Alright, and then I have the toner that I've been trying to use up, and this is the one here from Murad, and this is the Hydration Hydrating Toner. And here is where I was at last time. I used this one 21 times since my last update for a total usage of 42. And it's taking me forever to use this because it's in a spray bottle, so you don't need like a whole lot every time you spray it. So I'm going to go ahead and make my new mark, and I'm really hoping that I can use this up by the next check-in or update, because I am so ready. I'm so ready to be done with this product. It's like not a bad product, but I just really don't think it's doing anything for my skin, and it's just taking so long to use up. But I did make some pretty good progress, so hopefully next check-in this will be an empty. I'm really hoping. Alright, then moving on to the eye cream, and I use this one 20 times for a total uses of 35 uses on this so far. And this is the JLo Beauty That Fresh Take Eye Cream. This is going to take me forever to use up because it doesn't look like I've made much of a dip at all. It doesn't look like I've made a dip in this at all, like maybe a little bit, but this just doesn't take much at all, and it's a pretty big pot for an eye cream. Like, I don't know how deep this pot is, but yeah, it's going to take me forever to use this up. Like, I'm slowly making a dent in it, but it's just not satisfying to look at, because you would think after 20 more uses of this, it would look, I don't know, maybe I'd at least see the bottom, but like I said, it's an eye cream. It's a pretty thick one, so I just literally dab like a little bit on my finger and then just put it all over one eye, and then another dip in, and that does the other eye. So it just doesn't take a lot, which I mean is good for your money, I guess, but not for a project pan, because it just seems like I'm not making any progress on it, but I am. So like I said, a total uses on that is 35 so far. Alright, so the serum. So I had a serum in here, and this one's from 111 Skin, and this is their Cryo ATP Sports Booster, whatever that means. I don't know. Anyways, so you can't see the progress that I've made on this, but I used this 16 more times for a total use of 21, and I've decided to swap out this product because I think it's old and expired. I don't know, the last time I was using it, I noticed that there's like some floaties in there, and I don't know if they're supposed to be floaties in here, so that kind of grosses me out. So I'm thinking this may just be really old, so I'm going to end up tossing this, and I'm going to replace it with this serum here from Glow Recipe, And this is their Plum Plump Hyaluronic Serum. It's supposed to be deep hydrating and I guess glowy. I don't know. So I haven't actually started using this yet. I was waiting to the update to pull this in. But here is what she looks like. So honestly, this will probably take me a little bit to use, but we'll see by next check-in how much progress I have made. It's a super cute like packaging glass bottle. But anyways, I'm pretty excited to start using that. 3 more products in the skincare category and then I'll move on to makeup. So moisturizer. So for moisturizer, I have this one here from Marc Jacobs. This is their Youthquake Hydra Fold Retexturizing Gel Cream, whatever that means. So I use this one 28 more times for a total of 53 uses on this. And we're getting there. I can't see the bottom just yet. And it's so hard to show this on camera, but I'm really hopeful by next check-in that I will be done with this. Like, I'm almost there. But again, this is another one of those products that doesn't take a whole lot to use, and I'm not just going to slather it on just to use it up. Like, I'm only using it, you know, as it's supposed to be used. So far, this isn't a bad moisturizer, but I don't really know if it's like the best one out there, but I do like it. But anyway, so really hopeful that by next check-in I will have used this up, because dang, 53 uses already, that's a lot on a product. So definitely getting your money's worth. Alright, 2 more. Then I have this lip balm. This stinking lip balm that I've been trying to use up for forever. It's from Tarte and it's their Sugar Rush lip balm. I only used this one 6 times. I did really bad on this one for a total of 21 on this so far. Now, when I pulled this in, it was not completely full. I'd already been working on this for a while. I was just trying to use it up. Anyway, so here's what it looking like. Like, you can see the bottom. I didn't really try to stick to the bottom. Like, I've been trying to use up the sides, which I think you can tell, like, there isn't, like, as much on the sides. But, yeah, I just really need to double down on this and just use it up. I just keep forgetting. Like, I went through a time where, like, my lips were fine, and I just kept forgetting because they weren't dry. But now they're starting to get dry again, so I just need to start lathering this on before bed. Alright, and then my last empty in the skincare category is this hand cream. Well, I call it a hand cream, but I guess it's not a hand cream. I don't know. It's this one here, the Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. I was using it like a hand cream, and I'd been complaining about it, that it was not really doing much for my skin, like my hands, like they didn't feel any softer. Anyways, I used this 3 more times before I finished it up for a total of 18. Now, I don't think this was completely full when I pulled it into the project. I think it was just another product that I was trying to use up. So what I learned about this cream, because I was complaining about, I was like, man, it's not doing anything for my skin. And maybe everybody knows this and I just didn't know this, but apparently these Sol de Janeiro, whatever creams, they're like, there's different ones for different uses. And apparently this one's supposed to be a tightening cream. So, which I don't understand why it's called a cream then, if it's just supposed to tighten. Like, it's a body cream, but it's just supposed to tighten areas. It's not supposed to moisturize. And I'm like, well, what's the point of me putting it on my skin if it's not going to moisturize? Like, I don't know how it can tighten but not moisturize your skin. Anyways, apparently this one's for tightening. So you're supposed to put it like on your butt or your cellulite area or something like that. Not for your hands. So that's my bad. But yeah, I've just never heard of a lotion not moisturizing on top of doing something else. But anyways, that's what I've heard. I don't know. But anyway, so this is all finished, done. Alright, so that's going to do it for the skincare. I'm not going to replace that hand cream, at least not yet. I want to try to finish up the lip balm before I pull in another product. So I don't have a replacement for the hand cream. Maybe next time I will look through my lotions or something, but I just don't have one right now. Alright, so that's going to do it for the skincare side, so let's move on to the makeup side now. So starting off with the concealer that I've been trying to use up, and this is from e.l.f. And this is the Hydrating Camo Concealer, their satin finish one. It's in the shade Fair or Beige. I used this 10 times since my last update, which was really bad considering how big of a gap. But honestly, I just haven't been wearing makeup much because it's just been really hot here where I live. It's been hot and it's been super humid too, so that just does not make me want to put a full face of makeup on, especially when I'm going out. Like when I'm filming and stuff, I like putting makeup on, but just not when I'm going out right now, just because I feel like I'm sweating it all off. Anyway, so I used this 10 more times for a total of 22 times now. Again, this is not a product that was like completely full when I brought it into the project. It might have been like halfway. I don't even know. My marks are all gone. I need to remark them. Actually, I can't even see where the old marks have been. But anyways, I think I was like, the last check-in, I was like right about here. And I want to say I'm like right there now. Like there's a lot of windowing now, and I do need to pull out like the stopper. I'm not quite there, but I'm almost there. Just I don't use like a whole lot of concealer when I do my makeup. I mostly just put it like on like under my eyes a little bit and maybe around my nose, just like areas that get a little bit of redness and any like pimples or anything. So that's why it's taking me so long to use this up. I'm going to go ahead and make just a little mark just to kind of guess where I'm at. Like I said, it's kind of hard to see. I'm really, really close. Really hopeful my next check-in that I'll have used this up. But like I said, I just don't use a lot of concealer each time that I use it, so that's why I feel like it's taken me a while. Anyways, powder. So I use this one 10 times for a total of 22 uses. Now I think this one was full when I brought this into the project, or at least pretty close to being full. But here's what she's looking like. The pan has definitely expanded a little bit. I've been really trying to work the edges because when I focused on the middle, it kept crumbling. So I've been really trying to like work on the edges here. So yeah, so the pan has definitely gotten bigger. So hoping next time I'll maybe have some panning on the sides, hopefully. This one's taking me a little bit, but you know, 22 uses, but I've already got that pretty decent sized pan on it, so that's not bad. And I can definitely tell, like, I don't know if the camera was picking up, but I can definitely tell that the sides, there's like more of a dip on the sides now, where it used to be kind of higher up. But anyways, not too shabby. Then the bronzer that I have in here is from Milani, and this is their Sunkissed Silky Matte Bronzing Powder, or Sunkissed is the shade. So it's their Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade Sunkissed, which is 02. This one, I have a feeling, if I'm lucky to hit pan on before I roll it out, because my rule on makeup is if I don't hit pan by 50 uses, then I roll it out. Powder, I know I've already hit pan on, but I decided to just try to finish it up because it didn't take me like super long before I hit pan on that one. Bronzers, I think, are gonna, like, I would be on this for a couple of years, I want to say, maybe even 3 or 4 before I would finish this product up. I'm not trying to finish this up, I'm just trying to hit pan on it before I roll it out, and it doesn't even look like I've used much of it. So I've used this one 10 times for a total of 13. Now, this is my first bronzer that I'm pulling in. I can't remember what this replaced. I know my last project pan, I switched it up from my last year's project pan, but I can't remember what was in it before. It might have been a blush. I don't know. But anyways, here's what it's looking like. Looking like there's like, I feel like absolutely no difference from last check-in. Granted, I only have used this 10 times, but still, this product is so pigmented, like you don't have to get much to get it to show up on your face. So I barely dip into this, like whenever I use it. So yeah, it doesn't even look like I've messed up the print on it. I mean, I'm not mad about that in a way because I really do like this bronzer. Like, this is one of my favorites. So I'm glad it's going to last me a while. But yeah, for you guys having to see updates, I'm like, hey, look, it looks like a brand new bronzer that I barely touched, even though I have used it a bit, but just not a whole lot. Anyways, that'll stay in here for now. Like I said, if I get to 50 on it and 50 uses and still no pan, then I'm going to probably roll it out and roll something else in. Alright, and then there is a highlighter that I have in here that I've been trying to hit pan in. It's from Becca. This is their Shimmering Skin Perfector highlighter in the shade Lilac Geode. Now this one I'm just using as the inner corner highlighter, which I totally forgot to put on right now. I just realized I didn't put this on, so let me do that. Because I marked it that I used it today because I was planning on it, and I forgot to use it. But anyways, I use this as like my inner corner highlight, sometimes a little bit on my nose, under my brows. Anyways, I used this 11 times since last time for a total of 27 uses. Oh, I just hit pan. Oh my gosh, I just hit pan. I don't know if you guys can tell. I can't believe I caught that. Or I just hit pan. I was like, I hadn't hit pan yet, but I did. There's like that little bitty dip there. It's a little bit of shine. It's pan. Yay. I'm probably going to go ahead and keep this in for at least till next time and see if I can get that pan to expand a little bit more. But I'll probably roll this out next check-in. Anyways, I'm really excited to see that. Yay, I finally hit pan in this. So a total of 27 uses before I finally hit pan. Alright, so then I have brows. So I have a brow product. I can't talk. So I have a brow product from One Size, and this is in the shade medium brown, and it's their micro brow defining pencil. So I use this one 12 times for a total of 17. Alright, so here's what she's looking like. I do feel like I made a pretty good dip. Like I said, I've used this one 12 times for a total of 17 so far. And I don't know exactly if I'll use this up by next time, but I'm really hopeful that I will. Because that's not like a whole lot left, to be honest. I do like this brow pencil. Like, it's pretty decent, in my opinion. Then I have the eyeshadow palette that I've been working on, and I have this one here from Ciate London. This is their 9-piece eyeshadow palette. I picked 2 shades that I've been trying to work on, and man, it is... I don't know if I'm ever going to hit pan on these. So, it's 2 shimmer shades. So, this one right here, and this one right here. And I use these both 9 times since last time, and for a total of 22 uses. And I've got dips in them, but there's just no pan yet. Like, I do have a dip in them both, but I just feel like it's taking me forever. Now, this is my first time trying to pan shimmer shadows, so maybe it just takes way longer than mattes. I don't know. Like, I'm trying really hard not to get discouraged, but I feel like I've been at these forever, which granted, like I said, it's only been 22 uses so far, so that's really not that much. So hopefully by next time, I know I've been saying that a lot. I'm really hoping next time I will have a lot more progress. But yeah. Like I said, I just didn't wear much makeup. It's hot right now. I'm 2 months postpartum, so yeah, my priorities have been elsewhere. And then, like I said, it's just been way too hot to wear like a full face of makeup and go out and then be like sweating. I feel like my foundation would just sweat off. Alright, mascara. I have this one here from Tarte, and it's their Tartelette Tubing Mascara. I use this one 12 more times for a total of 28. It's really hard to like see how much is left in here, so I'm just basically going off of until basically I can't get any more on my eyelashes, and right now it's still going strong, so we'll see if it's around by next time. I wanna say I'm getting close. I feel like there's not like a ton of product every time I pull it out, but I don't know. This is just like a little sample size, I think, or is it a travel one? I think it's a sample. This looks really small for travel, but maybe it is. Anyways, I mean, I'm not mad about it. I like that mascara. It's been good. But anyways, total uses on that is 28. Then I have the lip liner, which is probably gonna be in here until I start next year's project pan, because I just don't use, I mean, I've been using lip liners, but it just doesn't take a lot to line your lips. I mean, I've sharpened this once since my last check-in. So I use this 11 times for a total of 21. And here's what she looks like. I just always measure it just like on my hand and show you guys last month's progress, like picture, but yeah, I really don't think, I mean, like I said, I only sharpened it once, so this one will probably be here till the end of the year, and I probably won't finish it up by then. I'll probably just rotate it out until for next year. Anyways, I forgot to tell you what this is. This is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil. It's in the shade Oh Snap. So there's that. 2 more products and then I'm done. Alright, so lip gloss. So I've used this one 11 more times, and this one I feel like has pretty good progress. This is from Nabla, and And it's their Shiny Theory lip gloss in the shade Renaissance. And there's a lot of windowing in this. So I've been trying to let it like set up so that it can settle. Like I did use it today, so that's why there's stuff on the sides. But you can see that it's like right there. It's like where it's mostly settled. I haven't gotten to the point yet that I need to pull out the stopper, but it's getting pretty close. So this one I have a lot of progress on, I would say. So I need to make my new mark, which will be right about here. So maybe by next time, but I wouldn't be surprised if this was in for at least 2 more check-ins. Just because, I don't know, I don't really reapply lip gloss throughout the day. I just put it on before I go out, and when it wears off, it wears off. I can't be bothered to carry it around in my purse because I know I'll forget about it if it's in my purse. But I am pretty happy with all the windowing happening in this tube. I can definitely see the wand in there now. But anyways, so 11 uses for a total of 18, so not too bad. Alright, and then last but not least, a setting spray, which I can't tell the progress on because it's in a colored bottle, and I can't tell. And shaking it, I want to say it's like maybe halfway, maybe not. But anyways, this is from Dazzle Me, and it's the Get a Grip Long-Lasting Makeup Oil Control Fine Mist. I don't think it helps with oil control, to be honest, but then I'm not super oily. But anyways, I use this 9 times for a total of 20 uses on it. And yeah, like I said, I can't tell. And I don't really want to do the weighing thing. I just go by visual only. But anyways, this will probably be around for a bit longer, just because it's a spray, and I always find that sprays last a lot longer than like lip glosses or something. Anyways, so there's that. But there you go, guys. That is going to do it for today. That is my update number 2 on my current project pan for 2026. Like I said, I did definitely better in my skincare side than my makeup side. Hopefully by next time I'll have more progress on my makeup. We are starting to get towards the end of summer, thankfully, and we're going to be getting into fall, so that's much more like makeup weather for me. Like fall, winter, spring is where I usually wear more makeup. Summer, I just stay away from it, like I said. But yeah, but I will try my hardest to wear more makeup by next time. But yeah, like I said, did pretty good in my skincare category. I mean, cleansers, I was surprised with how many cleansers I went through. Granted, they were smaller ones, but I did really good in that. I've been trying to make sure I stay up on my skincare, and cleansers are just easy for me to remember to use because I just stick them in the shower with me. So when I shower, I make it part of my shower routine to like cleanse my face every time I shower. But there you go, guys. That is going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up because that really does help my channel, and also let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of my progress this time around. But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!